Hey guys, it's Amy at Zoe back, and I'm gonna do my June book haul. So I made the mistake of last month saying I wasn't gonna buy a whole lot in June. Yeah, that only lasted till about mid-month when suddenly one day I just bought 8 books online. Anyway, after that it was over. So, yeah, I didn't do quite as well as I was hoping, but again, this is the thing that I spend money on, so yeah. So the first 3 books I'm going to show you are pre-orders. So these are the ones I actually knew I was going to buy this month. So the first one is Revenant Gun by Yoon-Ha Lee. This is the 3rd book in the Machineries of Empire series. I love this sci-fi books, this series. It was just so different and unique, and it's so hard to explain because the first book has to do with someone who's in the Kell army, and they are have attached the undead strategist who like annihilated like half of the fleet like a while back. So anyway, so it's kind of like you don't quite know what's going on sometimes, and the politics are really weird, and I just love the world building this, and it really was, it's a smart way to do it. Anyway, so this is the 3rd book, and I'm really looking forward to finishing the series off. So that book I knew was coming. And then I have Devil's Due by Taylor Anderson. So this is like book 12 in this Destroyer Man series, which is alternate history from World War II, where a couple of ships got pulled into this vortex into like an alternate universe where there are still some version of like dinosaurs and other different mammals went through evolution, and not just you know, monkeys to Homo sapien. So I love this series. I have not gotten very far into it. I think I've read 4 books. So now I have 12 on my shelf, and I have not read it. And the 13th just came out like a little while ago. So this is one of those series that I need to catch up on like a lot, and I have to stop buying them. This is the last one I'm gonna buy until I start catching up. I just have to stop putting these on my shelf until I've actually read most of them. So hopefully you'll be seeing one of the books from this series on a TBR here pretty soon, because I need to start reading those. And then the other thing I had on pre-order was Rivers of London, Cry Fox. This graphic novel is part of the Rivers of London series by Ben Aronovich. So I collected all these. I think this is the 4th one that I have. Yes, no, 5th. Man, is that right? It's 4th or 5th. I have them all in these bind-ups. I wait till they're, you know, like this. But I can't read them yet because I'm still behind in that series. And again, that is an urban fantasy series where it's a cadet or a police officer in London who's learning that he knows about magic, and they have kind of like they take care of all the weird stuff in their department, and I really like it. I've read several books into it. I just haven't got to where the graphic novel starts, so I need to another one I need to get to. So I really do need to have like a month. Maybe I should have like a month I focus on all my series. I don't know. Maybe I'll think about that. Anyway, so then I got some more things from, so these are other books I've just bought during the month, and these ones are from Amazon. So I got the Watchmaker of Filigree Street by Natasha Pulley. I saw this a long time ago on somebody's channel, and I don't remember a whole lot about it. I know this has to do with somebody who finds a watch, and then somehow it I don't know, it saves him somehow, some watch that he got, and then it's, I don't know, I think it's kind of a mystery and historical fiction, and it sounds fantastical a little bit too. So I was looking forward to this. I saw this, I think, recently on Katie at Books and Things had mentioned that one. I also picked up Half a Lifelong Romance by Elaine Chang, and I saw this on hold on, my cat is climbing the chair and making noises, sorry. I think I saw this on, oh, I can't remember now, sorry, it was, I think it was Claire's channel, and I can't think of her name right. Is it Claire Reads? I'm not sure. I'll have her linked, I'll have them whoever I mentioned in this haul, I'll have them linked down below. Anyway, she was talking about how much she really enjoyed this, and I had it on my list for a really long time, and one day it kind of dropped in price just enough that I was like, oh, I'll just buy it. And it sounded really interesting. So it has to do with two people who fall in love, but they're not able to get married. So I think it's like, you know, a lifelong thing of they had to go separate ways and stuff. And again, I believe this is in China and stuff. So yeah, so I hear it's heartbreaking. So, you know, whenever I need one of those. I also got The Soul of an Octopus, A Surprising Exploration of Wonder and of Consciousness by Cy Montgomery. I've heard a lot about this on a couple people's channels, but mostly a book Olive. Olive talked about this, I think, last year. I don't know if it was right before Nonfiction November, but I remember it's been on my wish list for months, and it finally dropped in price one day, so I picked it up. So that's a nonfiction about octopus. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Then the next batch of stuff from Amazon is I got The Winter People by Jennifer McMahon? I don't know. Something like that. I'm sorry. I can't think how to say that right now. My brain just froze up. I know that this is supposed to be, I think it's it's like I don't know if it's considered horror, but definitely thrillerish, but I think it's kind of weird. I think there's something to do with like legends and disappearances, and I can't remember now. Somebody vanishes, so I don't know. I don't know. I've seen this on people's lists of books that they really liked, and I don't have any specific person who I remember talking about this, but I do remember putting it on a list, and then, you know, one day when I felt like buying books, that was one of the ones I bought just for the heck of it. So we'll see. So if you guys have read that, let me know. I picked up Summer by Edith Wharton, and I think I picked this up because I saw this on, did I see this on Ange Beyond the Pages? I think I did, and I think that's where I saw it. But anyway, I saw this on somebody's channel, and I thought maybe I'd take read one of the smaller books by her. I haven't read any of her other books, like Ethan Frome. I don't know, I've heard mixed reviews on that one of people who like it and don't like it, so I was kind of worried. But this one seemed like kind of an off one. I don't know why I picked this up. It just sounded interesting. So I know this has to do, well, it has a romance in it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have a clue, but I thought it was small, and I wanted to try Edith Wharton at some point. So I don't know if this is the greatest place to start, but I did pick that up. I was click happy that day. The other book I picked up was Grand Hotel by Vicky Baum. I think this is translated from the German. Let's see here. By Basil Creighton. Or Creighton. So I don't know enough. I think it's like, it has to do with a hotel in the 1920s in Berlin, and the people who lived there. And it sounded interesting. I saw other people talking about it. I know some people are like, I think it was Ange from Beyond the Pages, and or somebody, was it her and Shaun the Book Maniac? I don't know. Somebody's reading this really soon. And I was like, oh, I just got the book, but I can't read it right now because I'm in the middle of Tome Topple. But anyways, the point is that I do want to pick this up. It just sounded interesting. And I am trying to pick up more translated work and more stuff that's, you know, from other countries and stuff. Because I don't do that automatically. So it's kind of, I'm trying to get more of that stuff into there. And then I picked up The Price of Salt by Patricia Highsmith. I've never been attracted to many of her, of the stories that, you know, of the ones that is really famous, like The Talented Mr. Ripley and the one on the train. I don't remember. Anyway, I don't know. I was always kind of like, I don't want to read those kind of stories. But for some reason, The Price of Salt, when I heard about it, I was kind of more interested in this. So it has to do with two lonely women who have a chance encounter, and then they have a relationship, and then it's what's the aftermath of what happens after that, I believe. So I think it was in the 50s. So anyway, this is the one that sounded interesting to me, and I know some people really like it, so I thought I'd try that one. And then so I bought that one today, as well as this one at the Amazon bookstore that I went to. That was not a good idea, but I only got 2 books, so I figured I did good, right? Anyway, so then I picked up The Secret Wife by Gil Paul. I don't remember now who I saw this on or who talked about it. And I don't know if it was, I saw it connected into some of the books that I've been reading recently, which are historical fictions that have a present timeline and a past timeline. I saw this on somebody's channel and I can't remember who. I thought maybe it was online. But anyway, this has to do with Russia and two people in Russia who had fallen in love, but they're somehow torn apart or something happens at that time in 1914. And then 2016, this woman is escaping to her family's remote cabin to kind of get over something that had happened in her life, and she finds this necklace, I guess, that leads to a jeweled pendant that leads to a long buried family secret. And anyway, I've been reading Susanna Kearsley lately, and I really want to pick up Sarah Waters and Kate Morton here really soon. So I don't know, this was another one on my list that I've been looking at, and this one intrigued me, and again, I can't remember where I saw it, but I picked that up today. And then I did have one little horror book that my aunt got. She got a box from a friend, and the only book in that I wanted to take was The Taking by Dean Koontz. So I have not read Dean Koontz in a really long time. The only thing I've read of his in the last 10, 15 years has really been the Odd Thomas series, which I really, really enjoy and really want to reread. But it was free, and so I took it. So I have no idea what it's about, and I'm not going to look right now because this video is freaking long. Anyway, sorry guys. Then I picked up Mariana by Monica Dickens. This is one of the Persephone books. I got this from somewhere off Marketplace. It was, so I don't remember what this one's actually about. Because again, they don't really tell you on these flaps very well, do they? Anyway, but I know other people have talked about it. Oh, there it goes. I don't know. It looks like it's kind of has a romance and some other stuff happens, coming of age probably kind of thing. I don't know. I'm not quite sure. I don't remember. I just know other people have read it and I've seen it on their channels, and I have picked up several. This is my okay, this is the third you'll see. I have one more to show here in a second. But so there's let's just say I have 4 of these now, and of Persephone, and I just haven't read any of them yet. So I'm definitely going to start picking them up. This month I've kind of booked myself pretty heavily, but I'm hoping in August to at least pick up one of these so that I feel like I'm not keep buying them and not reading them, which like I do with like everything I own. The other one that I got was Despised and Rejected by Rose Allanti. I don't know. Anyway, so this is my first one that's actually just the gray. All of my other ones have like pictures, so it's kind of weird. Anyway, so this is one I saw on Ange Beyond the Pages, and I thought it sounded really interesting about, I can't remember if it's during World War I or after, but it has some war and then some LGBTQIA plus representation, I guess, with some of the people of our, I don't remember. Anyway, I don't know, something like that. That's horrible description, but I know that this was like almost banned, or it was banned, and it went to court, and it sounds really interesting for the aftermath of the book, but I want to read the book because it sounded interesting. I want to follow the characters to see what happens in that time period. And again, it's funny because I got this one and another, I don't think I have another one, but I've been thinking about the time period between World War I and World War II. I don't have that many books that take place during that time. I mean, other than, no, not really. Really, the only thing I have is like Agatha Christie, so I don't think that really is what I'm talking about, but it's kind of interesting. So anyway, it looked cool. Then I picked up The Forgotten Beasts of El by Patricia A. McKillop. Can't remember how to say her name. Anyway, I saw this on Jean's Bookish Thoughts. I think she just got it as well, but it made me go and look, because this is the name of a fantasy writer that I've just never picked up any of her. No, I think I have read Winter Rose, but I can't remember. It's been a really, really long time if I did. I thought I read a book by her. I thought I figured out I had, but it's been a long time. Anyway, so I thought I'd pick it up, and it was kind of short, and it just sounded really interesting. It has to do with a woman who grows up on this mountain and where only fantastical beasts are summoned there by wizardry. Anyway, and she doesn't care about humans at all, and she's given a child to raise. And then there's something about that child, and that's super important, and it draws her into the human world because of her connection to it. So I'm not sure, but anyway, looks good. I also picked up the Grace Keepers by Kirsty Logan. So I think she just had a recent book come out, which I can't think of. It was The Gloaming, but I haven't really looked into that. But this is the one that I thought sounded really interesting about a flooded world, and there's a floating circus, and 2 women are in search of a new home. But it sounded neat because I guess there's people, they live, they live on the water, and then there's people, I don't know if someone's guardians or and again, there's the circus. I don't know. I just remember when people said the new book came out, they were saying, oh, well, we really liked Grace Keepers back when that came out. So I thought, well, I'll just pick up that one. I don't know. Sorry, I don't know a lot about these. And then the last are 3 books I bought kind of on a splurge. And I'm not sure why I decided to just go ahead and do this, but I did. They're all books by Wilkie Collins. So I read The Woman in White last October for Victober, and I loved that book. And I am so excited to pick up The Moonstone here pretty soon. So I've been hoping to do it before October. I mean, again, I'm hoping next month I can pick it up, but if not, it'll be definitely the book I read in October. But for sure, there'll be one of the Wilkie Collins. So I have bought a couple other ones of his. So I'm building my collection, even though I've only read 1 book by him. But I'm hoping to read another one real soon. So, but the ones I got, which I don't know a whole lot about. So I don't know. I don't know anything about No Name. And I guess I should pick up the other 2. Sorry. So No Name. So that's that one. And then I picked up The Law and the Lady. And then Armandale. And I hear this one has a really great female villain, so I'm kind of excited for that. But again, most of them are pretty big. And of course, none of my editions match. So I know some people find that crazy, but I pick whatever I can find that I like what it looks like or can afford it. So that's it. So I'm not going to pick up all these books, and I didn't actually count. So I think I don't really want to know how many are here. Again, June kind of got out of hand, and I'm not going to say August will be any different, or July. God, I'm already ready to know. What month am I in? Sorry. So I don't know how July and, July will go. We'll see how that goes. I don't know. Well, it's a lot of books, guys. But I am reading a lot. It's just not to the level that I buy. I'm like maybe a third. That is wrong. Anyway, so hey, have you guys read any of these books? Are any of these ones you think I should pick up sooner rather than later? Anyway, are you guys just buying willy-nilly for fun? I mean, they're all books I want to read, and none of these are like, I'm not going to read that. Like, that was just bought because I was bored. No, well, I did buy them when I was bored, but they're all books on my wish list, and they're all books I wanted to get. And even the books I bought today when I went to the Amazon store, they were on my wish list, on my Amazon wish list. So it's not like I bought anything that wasn't. So I don't know. What? I don't know. Well, too many books. Whatever. It'll continue. Anyway, I will see you guys later. Bye.